Hey guys, welcome back. Out here messing with this truck of bows that sold, and I put the new iron harness in. Been working on it for a couple of days. Actually, it took more like 4 days, just different stuff happening. But I got the lights working. It took me 3 light switches before I found one that was good, and I actually had to steal that one out of my Jeep. I had 2 spares and they're both bad. So I got the lights to work. I built the turn signal harness. As you know, these wiring harnesses don't come with the pigtail for the turn signal. You gotta make your own, or use a pigtail and then splice them yourself. You don't have to build the whole fucking harness. But I did videos on that when I did my truck. So if you're curious about how to do that, go back and look there. But I have had a strange issue that I've run into before, and it's always, almost always ground issues. Every once in a while you'll find a wire that's internally shorted because the harness is old and turned to jelly. But so here's what was going on. I got all the lights to work, but I turned the left blinker on, right? Turn the left blinker on and it works, and you go check your bulb up front up here. Oh yeah, it's working, right? And then you go to check your bulb back there, and same thing, it works. So okay, cool, one side works. Then we flip this over to the other side, the right side, and we'll come over here, and that was blinking, but so was both of the low beams on the headlights. And so I was okay, let's walk to the back and see what's going on back here. I got back here and that wasn't flashing. Like, well, what the shit is going on now? And the first thing I was thinking is, well, maybe I got something crossed, because I just finished splicing all the turn signal stuff into the new harness. And I went back and checked my work and everything was right. So I came back here again, and I just kind of slapped the side of the headlight, and it kind of flashed very dimly for a second. I was like, that's interesting. So I grabbed it and I moved it, and the bolts were loose. It wasn't grounding. So I tightened up the 2 bolts back here, put new grounding star washers on them. And as soon as I tightened it up, the bulb started flashing. And I went up front, and the headlights weren't flashing anymore. So what it is those 2 circuits don't connect in any way. That's the low beam here is circuit 18, and the right blinker is circuit 46122, and they don't cross anywhere. But what happens is, when you've got bad grounds, you can have stray voltages backfeed through wherever the path of least resistance is for the electrons to flow, and that will cause all kind of funky lighting problems. I've seen none of the blinkers blink, but the headlights blink. I've seen weird stuff. A front blinker will blink on one side and the rear will blink on the other. Dash lights blink instead of the blinker. All kinds of stuff, and it's almost always ground. So if you're having issues, the first thing to do is go and clean your grounds on your lights, all 4 of them. If you can, replace your grounding washers. If that doesn't do it, then you want to start pulling your lenses off and looking inside. A lot of times the O-rings that seal these housings will go bad, and they'll get water inside of them, and it will end up corroding all the contacts in there, and the light still may work, but the ground isn't good, and it'll be intermittent. So you'll hit a bump or something and it'll work right, and then a little while later you hit another bump and it'll stop working again, or start screwing up, stuff like that. So check inside all of your light housings for corrosion. If you have any, I'd suggest just replacing the whole housing. The contacts in here they're not user serviceable, not replaceable. So if you can't get them cleaned up relatively easy, throw it away and buy another one. And over time the plastic gets old and it just cracks anyway, naturally. This is just from age. That's not from over tightening it or dropping it or anything. So You see this one is the same way. Yeah. Now the two rears are steel housings or aluminum housings, but they also have O-rings that go bad. And not only do they have an O-ring where the housing here goes, but they also have one here on the light lens. So check that out, guys. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Check out our sponsors in the description, and we'll catch you next time.